Our next demonstration, ladies and gentlemen, is very interesting. Obviously, you've heard about SAP Manufacturing Intelligence and Integration, the idea of getting all of the information in a plant at your fingertips. You know exactly what's going on. But wouldn't it be great if I'm a plant manager and typically I get these huge lists that I'm going through and they're very, very boring? Wouldn't it be great if you could somehow link that with augmented reality? Well, these guys, I think, have done it. So, augmented reality dashboard for SAP Manufacturing Intelligence and Integration. Two guys from SAP Labs in Bangalore. Are you ready, guys?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll put 6 minutes on the clock. Up it goes, and off you go.
Hi, everybody. Today we are going to present augmented reality dashboard for SAP MII. MII stands for Manufacturing Integration and Intelligence. It integrates the shop floor information with the ERP system. This in turn helps shop floor guys to make decisions faster. Imagine a scenario in a plant where plant manager or engineer is walking by the plant looking at the boilers, production line, assembly lines, and he wants to get an information with a device in his hand in a much easy way just by pointing at them. So a good example of this was already known in a popular movie called Terminator, where Terminator I used to get an information of an object or a people while looking at it. Another example, today we have Kumble. So it's a hawk eye in cricket. As soon as the ball touches the pad, you get a virtual trajectory of a ball, and it helps you to make a decision in a cricket situation for LPW. Now, this is what the augmented reality is. It's basically mixing the virtual world to the real world, what we see. And we have tried applying this concept in a plant situation. So we will see Terminator walking in the plant and see how it looks like.
Okay, guys, so let me welcome you to the plant of K2PO. So it's something we have assumed that it's a plant here. So what we have assumed is that there are 6 boilers in this plant, and there are 4 production lines somewhere in this plant, right? So what we have done in our application is that we have mapped the geolocation, the latitude and longitude, the coordinates of each boiler and production line to its relevant MII report and actions. So if you look at the top right of my iPad screen, you'll see a radar in which you'll see 6 points. So basically each point is pointing to a boiler location outside this KTPO. And then you can see in the middle of the screen, you can see around 6 floating instrument panels. You can see like this. So there are 6 different colored floating panels right now. Here. So each of these floating instrument panels are actually pointing to the boiler. Oops, I think lose connection here. Okay, so each of these instrument panels is basically the performance indicator for each of the boiler, and the color indicates the performance level of each boiler. Now if you look at the bottom of the screen, you can see the boiler name and other relevant data for that boiler. So all this data, by the way, is coming from MII, and it's a real-time data that is coming from MII to this application. So you can see the current temperature, 701 degrees Celsius, then distance, 0.2 miles. So distance is basically where I'm standing right now. From here, this boiler 2 is around 0.2 miles away. So maybe you're sitting at home, you can still watch your boiler, what it's doing, what is the report. Yeah. So the next thing is status. So based on the temperature, it shows the status. The same status is shown in the traffic light. So it's green right now. So let's say you saw this boiler and then you wanted to take some actions. You wanted to watch some reports, so you selected it. So you have 2 actions. The first one and third button, you can see call supervisor and mail supervisor. So you can actually call him directly from this. Definitely from iPad you cannot, because iPad cannot call. So in an iPhone this works, and from iPhone you can directly call him. You can mail a supervisor if you want him to send some information. Then there are 2 reports of this boiler that we have mapped. One is temperature history and another is discharge pressure. You can add as many reports as you can. So let's check temperature history. So it's getting the data and it's showing you the report for temperature history for this boiler. Okay, let's look at the other report, which is discharge pressure. So again, it's getting the data from MII, the real-time data.
Close this.
Okay.
Show the views.
Let me just try it again.
Let's see the other views of.
Okay, let me show you the different views. Okay, so see, you're looking at this data, and there are different ways in which you can see this data. This was a camera view. So if you want to look through a list, there's a list view here. You can see all these 6 boilers in a list. You can select a boiler.
And that.
So all the actions are there, all the details are there. Then there is another view called map view. So you can select this map view. It will show you the current location of each boiler in the map. You can select a boiler. You can see the same thing here. Okay. So there is something called, so you have seen this for boiler, right? Now what if we want to map something else? So we have production lines. So for that we go to this search screen. So you can select production lines instead of boilers. And there's something called search range. So like I said, you're sitting at home. It is 10 miles from here. Still you can search for it. You can add the range.
Architecture.
It will show you the production line. So you are seeing now 4 production lines here in the map view. In the camera view also you can see the same thing. So 4 points are here. You can see the reports, different reports for production line.
Well done.
Okay.